Now, historically, Tulsa is one of the nation's most flood-prone cities, and we've seen a lot of rain over the last week, but no big flooding problems at all. Our team coverage continues with Fox 23 certified meteorologist Mike Grogan and a look at how much rain it takes to get flooding.
Yeah, especially flash flooding that occurs over low areas in a short period of time. It's all dependent upon how dry or wet the soil is. If we've got dry soil in place, there's a lot of capacity for water to go into it and be absorbed instead of running off. However, if we start to get rainfall, that soil becomes saturated. So what does that mean? Well, it means the water goes down and it cannot hold any more water. So if that continues to be the case and we get additional rainfall like you see right here, that's when it becomes runoff. That runoff leads to flooding in low spaces that are prone to it. And of course, that can be a big danger, especially to drivers, because did you know it only takes about a foot to a foot and a half of moving water to actually sweep a vehicle off the roadway altogether. So you always want to avoid floodwaters. You don't always know how deep it is. You don't want to be waist deep like myself in this case, because it only takes a little bit of water to move you away. And there are sharp and dangerous objects in floodwaters as well. So where are we at right now? Well, with all the rainfall recently, our soils are pretty saturated. If you see a 1.0 on the map, that means the ground is pretty much saturated at 2 inches in depth. And so that means that the threshold for flooding is lower. On this particular map, it's a little hard to make out, but the state of Oklahoma, shaded in several colors, north and west of Tulsa, where we've actually had more rainfall recently, it would only take 1.5 to 2 inches of rain within an hour to cause a flash flood, whereas southeast of Tulsa, 2 to 3 inches of rainfall within that same window of time. Now, over a 6-hour window of rainfall, it would take 2 to 3 inches. That's it, north and west of Tulsa, for flash flooding to become a big issue, and to the southeast a little bit more. And when that threshold is met, the National Weather Service will issue a flash flood warning for that location, meaning you got to avoid any sort of ponding on roadways and that sort of thing to stay safe. But thankfully, that heavy rainfall for us is done for a little while longer. For a look at when those heavier rain chances returned, I'll send it back over to James.